Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream of a successful new IP for Netflix. They could sure use it right now. The streaming service has adapted the classic Neil Gaiman comic and changed a few things around. However, there's still a few references to its DC roots. I'm Chris Goodmakers, and I'm here to explore the Sandman's connection to the universe of DC Comics. Spoilers ahead for the Netflix series. The biggest aspect of the new show connecting it to the DC universe is the character of Johanna Constantine. Ostensibly, this is the same person that has been played by Keanu Reeves and Matt Ryan. There's a few changes to the character. Probably the biggest and most notable is that this Constantine has black hair and wears a tan trench coat. First Keanu and then Lucifer? What's with DC's blonde erasure? Yes, this is a female version of the famous DC Exorcist, but she is not without a precedent. Johanna appeared in the comic as an ancestor of the chain-smoking paranormal expert. This character even appears also played by Jenna Coleman, and she was created by author Neil Gaiman as a tribute to his Miracle Man co-writer, Alan Moore. I refuse to make any jokes at Alan Moore's expense, mostly because I fear his dark magics and that which he would conjure upon me. Like her DC counterpart, this Constantine also has a lot of guilt over the people that have been caught in the crossfire of her battle with various dark forces. In both comic and show, an exorcism gone wrong led to a young child being condemned to the pits of hell. I'm glad the worst thing my job results in are the inane comments about wokeness below this video. Some of the biggest references to the DC universe comes from the superhero-obsessed little brother of the Vortex. Jed Walker is a DC fan, as if the poor kid didn't already have it hard enough. When we first meet him, it's in his bedroom. He has Batman and Flash toys being packed away. However, it's his shirt that I'm most jealous of. It features Static Shock, the title character from the cult animated series. Static Shock, the show, ran for 4 seasons and a total of 52 episodes. He was a part of a Saturday morning animated universe created by Paul Dini and Bruce Timm. What started with Batman the Animated Series quickly grew to encompass shows like Justice League Unlimited and the Zeta Project. Static Shock was an original hero created for the show. However, he later appeared in the mainline DC comics. A young black teenager given sudden powers, he uses them to help his community and fight gimmicky bad guys. It's easy to see why Jed would identify with Static, and it's even some foreshadowing of his dream self. Speaking of Jed, let's talk a little bit more about his superhero alter ego. When he escapes into the dream world crafted for him, Jed takes on the identity of the Sandman, a sleep-based superhero. Dream himself is known by many names, such as Morpheus or the Dream Lord, but he shares the name Sandman with previous DC heroes. The first Sandman was Wesley Dodds. Dodds was a wealthy playboy who turned into a noirish crime fighter. However, unlike Batman, he did it because he was having some real bad dreams. He created a gas gun and used it to shoot gas right in the face of various criminals. He's a longtime hero who has influenced other characters like the Green Hornet or Spider-Man Noir. Episode 6 features Death. Well, every episode features Death, but this is where we finally see her in person. Dream's sister is single-handedly responsible for helping the freshly departed with their transition to the afterlife. She does so with kindness, empathy, and understanding. While this personification of life's end was created by Gaiman, that hasn't stopped her from showing up in the DC universe. She appeared in Action Comics number 894 when she worked to help Lex Luthor cross over after he had been shot. He of course was an obstinate blowhard about the whole thing, and decided that even heaven wasn't enough to give up f***ing with Superman. Big mood. Going back to Jed's dream world, we get a reference to a few more DC characters. On the screen of his command center, there's Captain Cold, the notorious Flash villain. Jed also fights the Pied Piper. He is unseen, but we do see his horde of rats. Sandman the comic has stood apart from the DC universe, but that hasn't stopped its popularity from causing it to bleed into the mainline comics. We will have to wait till next season to see if those lines bleed into the show as well. I would say that Dream might not fit in with Batman and Superman, but with how gothic, moody, and dour the films have been lately, Morpheus would find himself right at home.